first thing you're going to do is download an image from Google Classroom for this assignment. So you're going to minimize Photoshop and you're going to go to the Classwork tab in Google Classroom. Find the material with this icon and find the image that you are to download. You're going to click where it says sample image, and I'm going to click on the title of the JPEG, or sometimes it will say .png. Once this opens up, you're going to go to the very top right corner of the screen and find the three dots, and you are going to click that and select Open in New Window. From this window, you are going to go to the top right corner of your picture and find an arrow that's pointing downwards. If you hover over it, it should say Download, and you're going to click that button. That will bring it to your download folder, which we will find later once we are in Photoshop. So let's open Photoshop back up. You have two options when you're ready to open your image. You can select Open from here, or you can select File, Open. From here, it's going to open a new window, and you are going to go to the left side of the screen and select Downloads, and you should see your flower image, or sometimes you need to look for the name of the image you downloaded. If you're in the middle of a project, you're going to go farther down on the left side of the window and find your jump drive or your USB. When you click that, you will find your different folders for your projects and your previously saved Photoshop files. Photoshop files can be identified by the dark blue rectangle that says PS on the inside. So I'm going to go back to my downloads. I'm going to select my flower sample and select Open. Here is your Photoshop menu. We're going to go over the individual panels and parts of the Photoshop screen that you need to know. First, on the left side of the screen, you will see a long bar with a bunch of different icons on it, and this is called your toolbar. Every single icon is a different tool that can be used in many different ways. Towards the bottom of your toolbar, you can find your color picker, which we will be using in this class. It's two squares that are layered over top of each other. So this long bar on the left side of your screen is called your toolbar. At the top of your Photoshop menu, if you click on each different tool, you can see that this bar on the top of the screen changes. This is called your options bar. Your options bar gives you different settings and controls within each tool to manipulate them and change them. For example, if you're using the brush tool, you can change the size of your brush and the type of brush that you use. You can change the mode, the opacity, flow, and smoothing. If I'm using the crop tool, I can change the ratio of how I want to crop my image. So every tool has a different options bar where you can change the individual settings of each tool. Above the options bar is your menu bar. This is where you can save your files and open them underneath File, so you can do file management here. There's the edit bar where you can edit and transform. We'll be using the free transform tool later. You have image, layer, type, select, filter, and so on, each having different focuses on the bar that shows up. So this is called your menu bar. The most important ones we'll be using in this class are File, Edit, Image, and Layer. To the right of the screen is your Layers panel. It's typically found on the bottom right. You can see on my screen I have my layers, I have history, comments, and color. Your Layers panel is the backbone or the cornerstone of Photoshop. This is where all of your work goes when you're editing or creating assignments. Within the layers panel, you can add layers on top of your image so that you do not edit your image destructively. To add a new layer, you can go to the bottom right corner of your Photoshop screen and find the plus sign that's inside of a square. And then on top of your background layer, you should now see layer 1. So for example, if I was to grab my brush tool and paint on top of my image, especially if I increase my opacity so it's a little brighter and we can see it. If I turn this layer off by clicking the eyeball next to layer 1, I have my original image back. So that is just a quick preview of layers, but this is called your layers panel, and this is where the bulk of your work is going to go. Lastly, we have palettes, which probably is the least used panel within this class, but it's still very useful to know, especially as you start to master Photoshop. Say I'm doing a project with a lot of text, and I don't want to consistently go to the type tool and change everything on the options bar and then create a text box. You can create a palette on the left side of your screen, or the left or the right side of your screen, by going to Window, and I'm going to select Character, and that's going to create a palette on the right side of my screen where I can easily control and change my text without having to use the options bar. You can collapse your palettes and open them back up. I can grab this so it's not in the way of my work, and I can move it into whatever corner I'd like, and then I can move it back by waiting until I see the blue bar and then pop it back in and collapse it. So that is a palette. It's basically just a shortcut for a lot of your tools while you are working on your project. The last part of this video is going to show you how to save your project to your Jump Drive. We have many students in this school that share these computers, and you need to make sure that you have your work saved to your own Jump Drive. So when you're ready to save your project, you're going to go to File, Save As, and typically if we're working on a project, we want to save it as a Photoshop file. So the first thing you're going to do is slide down on the left side of this screen so that you can find your USB. Always change your file name so you know what it is. Preferably, you're going to use your last name, an underscore, and then you would use the name of the project. Underneath Save As Type, you want to make sure it says Photoshop, and in parentheses, .psd, and then you're going to hit Save. Press OK if this pops up. You can also check Do Not Show Again. And once that blue bar on the bottom of your Photoshop screen goes away, then that means your file is saved to your Jump Drive. To eject your Jump Drive, you can typically go to the bottom of your toolbar and find the Jump Drive icon and select Eject USB. Or on your taskbar, you can select the yellow folder, find your USB, right-click, and select Eject. And you are ready to go.